Well, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is for all of you beautiful, beautiful people while you're watching this. And that's not just a saying. I say that every time I open up a video or a blog or whatever you want to call this. I always say that. And I don't think everybody necessarily thinks it's the most earnest of things. Like it's just something that you say, make the people feel good. But honestly, when I say that, I mean it. All of you beautiful, beautiful people, because you are all beautiful, beautiful people. And that is kind of the point of our discussion today. Hopefully, everybody takes this the right way, maybe the wrong way. I don't know. I mean, if you don't like it or you get upset, you get whatever, just, let me know. If I was insensitive, if I didn't do it the way you wanted me to do it, I guess. But there's something I feel that needs to be said on my part. If you guys have followed me or seen a lot of the stuff that I've done, do, say, whatever, I am very, very big, huge on treating people with love, treating people with respect. Don't just take a small part of an idea, a small part of what somebody says, or what the media says, or this news article says, or what, somebody vlogged or put out on YouTube or anything. You can't just take every little thing as fact, as truth, as this is what it is, just because this individual stands for a lot of the same things I stand for, a lot of the same things I believe. We can't do that. We need to stop doing that, because by doing that we're driving a wedge. That makes sense. But between us, during the presidential election, there's a huge wedge between, Biden followers. They're just crazy liberals, and they don't know nothing, and Trump followers are white supremacists or racists or whatever. Which, are there some of those in each category? Probably, maybe. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know, because I haven't met everybody, but I do know, people that are on the conservative side and on the liberal side, Democrats, Republicans, and I love them all equally. I think, just because somebody might have a different point of view than you do on a certain subject doesn't mean anything. So this video is going to be really long if I keep going like this. So the point that I want to make is that I broke my own rule. I did. I didn't vlog it and put it out there. I let it simmer and stir inside my head. And I just got really angry about so I saw an article, and I saw a couple YouTube posts and Facebook things and whatever about a paper that a guy wrote. I didn't agree with that paper. I didn't agree with what was in it from what I saw, what people posted. And the things that were being posted were people that had similar viewpoints that I do. And I instantly got mad. I got, buzzword of the day, triggered. I got triggered. I got offended. I got extremely angry at the individual that wrote the paper that other people were writing about. So I got mad at a guy that wrote a paper that other people wrote about the paper that the other guy wrote. See what I mean? There's layers. I don't know anything about this guy. I didn't know anything about the entire paper. I didn't read the whole thing. I just read the excerpts and I saw the clips and the information that was pulled from it, and got mad, got angry. I got angry at the guy that wrote it. I don't know this guy. Never in my life had heard of this guy before, but I was mad at him. And in my head, he's the bad guy. He's the enemy. He's the guy spreading hate and discontent. But honestly, it was the people that wrote about what he wrote from their perspective and their narrative, how they wanted to put it. And their concept of it. I'm not saying that those people were wrong with their concept of it in their own mind and in their heart and what they got out of it. But it wasn't fair for me to take their opinion and just run with it and get mad. And I was ready to start writing about it, start making videos about it, vlogging about it, everything else. I was just gonna be like, this guy sucks so much. I just didn't know how to do it without coming off as being an extremely angry, volatile person. So I spent a few days thinking about it. How can I do this? How can I just beat this guy down and beat this paper that this guy wrote down and not come off as, just somebody that's angry and triggered? Well, I couldn't do it because I was just somebody that was angry and triggered and offended by something I never even read. I hadn't even read it at this point, and I was trying to figure out how I can just slaughter this guy off of hearsay and what I heard. And I thought about it. That hit me. It was just like, golly, don't hate yourself like that. But, so I went and actually looked up the actual papers. I looked up the actual, what this guy wrote. And then I did research on this guy to find out why he may believe what he believed. And I found, there's not a lot of information about him, but I found some stuff, and I realized, do I agree words? Do I agree with what was in his paper? No, I don't. Not at all. Not one bit. I don't. I still strongly disagree with it. But then after doing some research on him and seeing some other stuff that he's written and some other things, I realized that, he's not the bad guy in my head that I portrayed him to be. He was speaking from his point of view and perspective according to his life and what he's been through. I can't be mad at that. I mean, I do the same thing. All of my points of views and ideologies and thoughts and whatever else, they come from my life experiences and where I'm at. Some people might not like me because they don't agree with me that, you should try and, if you're a conservative, love your liberal neighbor. Treat him like a neighbor. Agree to disagree, but have open, honest, logical discussions. We can't come from a place of emotion and hate. I mean, you just can't, because as soon as you start speaking from the place of anger, as soon as you decide I'm angry and I don't like this, you shut down. You quit listening. And I did that. And I actually feel bad about that. Something I shouldn't have done. But we're all human. We all jump to conclusions. We all make mistakes. We all do this kind of stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is, most of the time we just need to stop and think about the other person, the other side, the other narrative. Because most of the time you can find things that are, they're not the same, but they're similar. They're right there. They're close to each other. And we can find a way to work together with all of it. And make it to where, yeah, this makes sense. I get it. I get where you're coming from. Here's where I'm coming from. There's 9 times out of 10, there's a middle ground there that you can say, you know what? At the end of it, we both want a similar thing. We just don't agree on the path to get there. And that's fine. It is. We just need to quit instantly just getting triggered and getting angry, just screaming at the TV, throwing the newspaper away. Well, all these doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because, well, let you know a secret. The media is in the position to make money. So the stories that are going to get the most views, the highest ratings, the most bought papers, magazines, whatever, those are the stories that they're going to push and that they're going to talk about. That's the reason why you see mostly negative in the news and everybody's like, oh, the world is such a bad place. It's not great, but it's not as bad as what everything kind of makes it seem to be. It makes it feel to be. It's just that's the narrative that's allowed to be, not allowed. That's the narrative that we allow to be pushed on us because we buy it. So the point, I kind of went off on a little thing there. The point behind this and what I want to get at and what I want to really, really stress is don't jump to conclusions. Don't just automatically say you're wrong because you're on the other side of the fence than me. Don't do it. It's not right. It's not okay. It's not where we need to be. We need to build each other up. And that's with everything. That's when it comes to racial issues. That's when it comes to political issues. That's when it comes to community issues. That's when it comes to everything. Everything. I mean, religious values and views and beliefs. I mean, I have my own religious views, values, beliefs. And I'm not going to degrade somebody else because, oh, you're not a Christian. You're going to hell, bud. Sucks to be you. That's not it. And that's not the point. It's how can we make everything better for everybody? And the only way to do that is sit down and talk. Stop being emotional. Stop jumping to conclusions. Stop being triggered and offended. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. And as always, God bless.